G'day everyone, welcome to Matt Hill Scar Models channel update time. Just a video, what's going on, what I've been doing. I did do a live one, like a bit of an update here a couple of days ago, and I deleted it. So I feel if I do go live and update and people come on to have a bit of a chat on the live chat, I feel a little bit rude if I cut it off when I haven't got much time, but I've got a little bit of time up my sleeve today. And just wanted to talk about one or two things, probably end up being a heap more, but I'm going to try to keep it short. For those of you who subscribe to Mr. Kim Anderson, unfortunately Kim has gone the way of the Copa. He feels that his channel, he's leaving YouTube until things change. If you are subbed to Kim Anderson, a very talented modeler, he has left the links to where he's going on his final video. Another quick word, shout out to Mr. Steve Mottram. Steve, he was chasing Doug. Doug Hensley's is the channel that you want to have a look at, the C130 build, because Doug has finished his C130 build for Frankie Day's Air Transport Group build. Did a fantastic job. Well done, Doug. Also, I did have a message to all my subscribers who follow Thanksgiving in their part of the world, and I hope you all had a fantastic, safe and wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends and lots of love and good food and company, and I hope it was a really, really great time. What else was I going to say? That's about it. It's a little bit unusual just going back through my videos and stuff, the amount of people that have left YouTube, and I said, as once I said to Kim Anderson, I wish you all the best in whatever venture you do. It's just there's a lot of people jumping off YouTube at the moment, but we'll see what happens. My group build entry for Frankie Days is going all right. The Nord Nautilus is getting to its construction stage. So far, so good. Not a real lot of problems, a lot of test fitting, etc. So I'm letting that sit aside for a couple of days to let everything harden up and let the glue do what it's got to do, and that's glue. If it didn't glue, that wouldn't be glue, says me to you. If that makes any sense, I hope you can work it out. I've just got the FW200 Condor on the bench at the moment, ready for its primer. Unfortunately, I have lost all the videos to that. I had a progress build video for that one and another kit behind me, which is the Tamiya Bismarck. I was just doing builds as I go, so I'm just going to continue on with the Bismarck as a side thing now, because I've lost the videos for that and the Condor. The Heinkel is also ready for primer. I've just got to do a bit of final masking on the old Airfix Heinkel. It's ready for paint, so that one will be over and done with. Builds that I'm going to be looking at doing soon. The Air Transport Group build really, really interests me, because it just gives me a chance to build something other than fighter aircraft and bombers and stuff that we all know. There's some very, very important aircraft in the the transport side of things. And one of them, I've got a couple in the stash, and one of them will be, as we probably know before, the Revell Condor 200. This is the commercial airliner cargo plane. This is the V3, the third of the prototypes, which I will be building. So I'll be using that for a project for the World War II group build, which is still plenty of time. I've got some decals there, and as you say, I'm going to build this one as Adolf Hitler's personal transport aircraft during the early stages of the war. I wanted to show you a couple of other things that are good for the group build for air transport, which I've always wanted to build and just haven't had a chance to do. This is the 1/72 scale MPM DC2. This one will be built as an RAAF machine. We did get some off the Dutch at the beginning of the Second World War, excuse me, so I'm looking forward to building that one, and I'll do an inbox review with that one if it interests you. This other kit I'm about to show you now, I've had for years and years and years. It's a really, really old kit. It's got two kits in this kit. One is a different version. One's a Gotha transport aircraft from the Second World War. But this is the big. This is the big heavy lifting. This guy is the big daddy of what we see today. This thing was designed at a time when the Germans needed to be able to cart heavy stuff around. You could take light tanks, heaps of troops. It was used as an air ambulance in the front of Tunisia and on the Eastern Front during the Second World War. Look, they just virtually got shot out of the skies when they were encountered by aircraft. But the Gigant is the six-engine super transport plane from the Luftwaffe during the Second World War. So the Gigant will definitely go down in my transport group build. I've had it now for like over 25 years and never had it. I've always wanted to build it, and this now will give me a chance to build it. And the kit is not too bad. It's a massive big plane. I'd like to be able to pose it all open up with a light vehicle on the side of it. And another one that's very close to my heart from the Australian Air Force side of things is the Caribou. This is a reboxing by this company. You must have got the moulds off Hobbycraft Canada. So this is the de Havilland Canada Caribou Transport Vietnam. But I'll probably convert this one. Will be a Royal Australian Air Force machine, and they did have what they call. I'm trying to see whether I can get some marketing support from Red Roo here in Australia, which is a company that predominantly works on Australian subjects. But I'd like to do a pizza scheme or something like that. The pizza scheme's a camo scheme that the Royal Australian Air Force used. They reckon it looks like a pizza with all the stuff, all the topping all over it. Very, very complicated, and I don't know whether I can do it or not. If I can't, it'll just probably be the overall green machine that they used during the Vietnam War. These machines are very tough, very suited for Australian conditions, short takeoff and landing, very slow speeds, very noisy aircraft too, from experience. They absolutely excellent. They could fly low and slow. Would used to be able to push cargo out the back of these aircraft, flying 10 foot, 15 foot off the ground, coming in, drop our cargo, and then just keep flying away. Very, very good machine for resupply. Gone the way now. There's no examples left in the Royal Australian Air Force. Point Cook Air Force Museum in Victoria, in the Australian state of Victoria, just outside of Melbourne. There's a very good museum there. And if you click on to check out the Point Cook Air Force Museum, you'll find a really good example of a de Havilland Caribou out the front in the lizard scheme, I think I used to call it. It's the really greeny, different colour. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd also like to thank everyone for their wonderful and fine comments so far on my Nord Nautilus, and I'd like to thank Dad, a subscriber called Dad, and there was one other person, I think it was Smoky Mountain Modeler. We're talking about James Stewart anyway, then the movie Flight of the Phoenix, and I found out that the aircraft that I wanted to build, the Skytruck, the C-82, I think it is. You can get a kit of it. Lindbergh made an old wooden kit in 1/96 scale, and then that's very collectible and very, very expensive. Then I think Anagrand is like a resin, and I hope I said that right. Anagrand make one. two kits, one in 101 to 144th scale, the other one is 172nd scale. Really out of my price range, I'm afraid, guys. I think the kit was about $200 American, roughly, plus shipping for the 172nd scale. 1 to 144th is not my sort of cup of tea at the moment. But yeah, that's about it. We're going to just tinker around doing a few things, and I hope you guys can find something there that can go and support old Mr. Frank Day out. He's a bloody legend, and surely someone might have a transport aircraft like a Herky Bird or something like that, like Doug Hensley's done. And I must say, Doug's done a great job on his Herky Bird, considering he sprayed all the camo freehand. And also about subscribers and stuff as well. I'm on 399. Unbelievable. I don't know if I will do a giveaway or not, guys, because it's just really the postage cost. I've got heaps of stuff I can give away. It's just the postage cost is phenomenal for anyone overseas, and I didn't want to discriminate from people in Australia and all over the world who sub to my channel. So, look, I do appreciate people subbing. At this stage, giveaways are not up my sleeve at the moment, just because the financial side of things with shipping is ridiculous. The other thing I was going to try to speak about was start a program up where I could raise $20 a month. The $20 a month would go to one of my subscribers via PayPal, and this would be to help someone continue on in the hobby. Not everyone is fortunate enough to have a regular job. Some people are on Veterans Affairs or unemployment benefits or something like that, and money is tight. It's a bit heartbreaking to see people that don't have a couple of spare dollars to buy some glue or some paint. So I'm thinking about doing a $20 Australian a month into a PayPal account, because I am going to be selling off some of the stash that I've got that I'm not going to be even bother building anymore, and try to contribute to that. This is no way going to be buying subscriptions. I don't want that to be the case. If you've got to pay someone to subscribe to your channel, that's not what it's all about, and it's highly illegal, I think, to start with. But it's not that; it's just be able to give someone a helping hand. And with YouTube the way it is at the moment, and a lot of people are bailing out and going to other platforms, I think this is the time now that we should. Who's left on here in our tight little community is when we should be standing tall together, united, and taking this copper thing on as well. Now, I get sick of talking about it, to tell the truth, but it just disappoints me the people I know it's everyone's freedom of choice, but it's just disappointing. You go to check on a channel that you sort of watch all the time and it's not there, and especially the one that really upset me the most was John Moore had to take young Abby, who does, it's fantastic to see a father and daughter enjoying the hobby, and having fun, and then all of a sudden you've got to take away something and a special part of the channel, because you can seen Abby grow over the years as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm very, very sad to see that happen. But stay tuned. We'll have a bit of construction work and some final reviews over the next few days. And I'll have my World War II group build entry up after this one, and inboxing on the old Condor V300. Kit that from Revell, I think it was a tool in the 1990s. It's a very, very basic model kit. And to tell you the truth, even though it was a new tool, some of the ideas of the kit have carried on from the 1960s, of the way they've done the cockpit floor pan, a few things. It's quite interesting to see what they've done that way. So that's about it, guys. No real shout outs. You know who you are. I thank you all for subscribing, and my continued support from all you guys is absolutely fantastic. And hopefully hit the 400 sometime in the next few weeks. I need one guy out there for the 400. And I'm trying to get some emails sent around now, so check your spam boxes, guys, and to see. I've been trying to send a few emails out. So until next time, guys, be safe, model hard. Just remember, with a little bit of effort, you can get a good result from an old model kit. And yeah, God bless you all, and I hope you have some projects on the bench that are going well, to say the least. But yeah, signing off from Tassie. Catch ya.